He said, you're going to mourn for me like you mourn for your firstborn. You're going to desire me so much. And he said, I am not going to come back until you are out there saying, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Now, I want to ask you a question. We've already discussed this. All through the Old Testament, it said, your Lord is your deliverer. Your Lord is your salvation. What does the word salvation and deliverer translate into? Yeshua. He said, I will not come again until you say, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. And the only name of the Lord in the Old Testament is Yeshua, or Jesus in Greek. And they're going to realize it's right there in the Bible. Your Lord is the deliverer, Yeshua. The Lord is your salvation, Yeshua. It's all through here. Why didn't we see it? Because they were blinded by God. And while they're out there, God's going to remove the blinders, and they're going to see it so plain. They're going to say, y'all people were stupid. It was in the Bible. They'll say, well, you're the high priest. Why didn't you tell us? Well, I was blind. Well, we were blind. They're going to see it plain as day. They have to stay there until after the marriage supper of the Lamb with us. And after we get through having the marriage supper of the Lamb, we get to mount up on our white horses and follow Jesus back. And while we're following Jesus back, dressed in our white robes, married to the Lord, the angels follow us. We go to the Battle of Megiddo, which is in the Valley of Megiddo. The Valley of Megiddo is the Battle of Armageddon. And just like that, he destroys them. And you know what he does with his angels? He sends his angels to do what?
To gather
the elect. Who are the elect? Who is he gathering up? He ain't gathering us. He is gathering these Jews that's been hiding, the Jews over there. He gathers all people from this earth who had their faith in God, gathers them together, and brings them to Jerusalem. And when he puts his feet down on where? The Mount of Olives. The Mount of Olives splits, and a great valley forms all the way out to where these Jews are hiding. And this is in the Old Testament, and it says that they will run to Jerusalem, and he's going to be there to meet them there, as from Jerusalem he sets up his 1,000-year reign. There's going to be a lot going on when we come back following him, which is in chapter 19, which is what that guy referred to. Yeah, you're right. We're going to come back with him. But that's after the marriage supper of the Lamb. Because the Bible plainly says, from heaven it says, blessed is he who has been called to the marriage supper of the Lamb. The people that's getting their heads cut off, they're not going to be at the marriage supper of the Lamb. They're going to be at the foot of the throne of God, a great multitude. People getting their heads cut off. That's where they're winding up right there. Let's talk about that UFO thing.